heard around the world, all the way from Germany. Adobe, happy White History Month. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Jesse.
How are
Hi.
you?
Fine, thank you. Good afternoon here. Good afternoon, and I hope you're doing okay.
All is well. It's amazing.
Look, Jesse, let me tell you. So, on Saturday, I don't know how. I think I found a compilation video of you from Get a Job.
Get a Job is amazing.
Jesse, I have literally watched your videos since Saturday, every single day, morning till night. It's an addiction. I have to stop because I have exams. I can't do I can't do anymore because my story is very interesting because I'm Nigerian, but I moved to America. I was in America for 5 years, and let me tell you something. It was crazy because I got into the whole feminist SJW. I went batshit crazy. So, you know what my parents did? My parents are your traditional African parents, right?
Yes.
So, they were like, okay, come home for the holidays. Let's just see. You haven't been home in a while. So I went home for the holidays with my brother, and they literally kept me there. They tricked me into going back home.
Right on.
They were this girl has gone crazy. And that's the best thing that has ever happened to me. It was really hard because at that time I was full on SJW, snowflake, leftist, liberal. My whole life was in America. I hated my parents. I thought they were too strict, and for the first year and a half, it was so hard. I cried every single day because they wanted me to go to school in Nigeria, and I was like, I am not having that. I want to go back to America because I just felt like my whole life was in America. But the more I stayed back in Nigeria and I was able to see the culture, the leftist culture from the outside in,
yes.
I was like, no, something is wrong. I was able to observe from the outside. I think my beliefs started to get challenged. All the things I thought I knew about life. I was just young 21-year-old who thought she was going to change the world. And so when I went back home against my wishes, I started to see, okay, wow, why people like this? I had always thought of myself as a leftist, and but I even had a limit because when I started to question why we dressing children in drag, and whenever I asked that question,
yes.
I would just get shut down by my friends and or by people, as long as they're happy. So I felt isolated, I can't even ask questions.
Yes.
And then at that point, I met an amazing man. Before that, I never really dated guys. I just dated and slept around here and there. I never really found someone.
Yes.
But I found this guy, and I thought I knew about men, and because my parents actually sent me home because I changed my major from business management to feminist philosophy. Can you imagine that, Jesse?
That's insane.
Yes. So I know a lot about feminism. So when I thought I knew about men. So when I met this guy, I was like, okay, this image that I thought about who men are and this guy are two different people. And this guy is so amazing, but he doesn't fit what society says that, or feminism says that he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But I love him. So it just kind of started to change and also he has always been a Trump. He's always loved Trump.
Right on.
He's always been a Trump supporter. But initially he was a Trump supporter because he didn't like Hillary. It was no, I don't want Hillary. So that's why he was a Trump supporter. But at that time I was still a leftist, and I was told that if anybody hates Trump, if anybody loves Trump, they're a bad person. And I'm like, I know this guy, my boyfriend. I've been with him for 2 years. How can I just leave him or hate him because he likes Trump? It doesn't make any sense.
That's right.
And so from there, I started to just think. And my boyfriend, so when we met, we were not religious. But then after a while, he became a Christian. And he was urging me to do the same. But I really wasn't interested in religion. But I knew that I had so much hurt and resentment from my parents. That thing you say about your parents is so true because I had so much anger. I tried to kill myself one time because I was just so angry at my parents. I kept blaming them for bringing me back home when it was my actions that actually took me back home.
Yeah.
It's their money. I wasn't going to school. Like, I was just, like, not doing what I was supposed to do. So why was I upset? But I had already gotten so entangled in that, like, entitlement SJW life that I thought I hated them for bringing me back home. I never thought it was my fault for one day. And I decided to try to go to Europe to come to school in Europe. So that's why I'm in Germany now. And my boyfriend encouraged me to kind of like try God a bit, because I grew up a Christian, but I think I was the kind of Christian that just like did what their parents did. I didn't really know God for myself.
Yes.
So as soon as I went to America, it was so easy for me to like dump everything, because I found like I heard alternative point of views that sounded very like nice and very passionate, and I just dumped the whole thing entirely. So when my boyfriend like became a Christian, he used to talk to me about it, like read the Bible to me, and little by little, I started to open up my heart to the Lord. And one night, I just said, you know what, I have nothing to lose. Like Trump says, what do you have to lose?
Yeah.
I have nothing to lose. I'm depressed, and I just said a prayer. And since then, it's been 3 years now. My parents and my mother too, I think God had been working through her, because I had a lot of resentment, especially from my mother. Like you said, my mother, I didn't hate her, but I mean, I think it was pretty close to hatred, because I just felt, she was like this anti-Christ.
Yes.
But being a Christian, I was able to look at life from her point of view as well. She didn't have life so easy.
Yes.
And I think God had also been working through her, because she started to say, okay, maybe I wasn't the best mother. Maybe I should have been nicer. And because of the fact that I was able to humble myself and say, Mom, I hurt you. I'm sorry. And she was like, okay, you know what? I hurt you. I'm sorry. And, we're best friends today. Like,
amazing.
My parents love me. Like, it's so, like, every time because my friends in America, they know how toxic it was. But now, like, I go on vacation with my mom. I call her every week. I'm so happy to go back home. Like,
wow.
Every time I'm just like, it's Jesse, it's crazy. And, my best friend and I, we had an argument the very first time.
Do me a kind of favor. Hold that thought. Let me take a break. I don't want this thing to hang up on you. Hold on for me, okay?
Okay.
All right. Amazing. Adobe.
Hi, Jesse.
Thank you for holding. Yeah, thanks for holding on.
You have to tell I'm on the live stream, and the people watching and me, they think I'm talking too much. I'm just very excited.
No, you are not talking too much. Don't let them tell you that.
Thank you. But anyway, let me just cut the story short. My life changed. I moved back. I moved to Germany to go to school. I'm a different person. I'm not a leftist. I abandoned feminism. I found a good man. I'm super happy. My parents and I are doing well. My life changed since I just left that ideology behind. And my life is so much happy. And it took me a while to tell my friends, my American friends, and my siblings, because I still have my brothers in America. And it took me a while to let them know that I was no longer that, because initially I was faced with a lot of backlash from them.
Yeah.
People leftist thing. But after a while, I think my friend also, she was able to see what I saw with my boyfriend. Like, she's known me for years, and she's like, okay, well, just because I'm now I'm not a leftist anymore, or a pro-abortionist, doesn't mean that I'm a bad person, because she knows who I am. So she's able to have civil disagreements with me now without going like bonkers like she used to.
That's right.
So that's really a good thing. But I think, like I said, I found you I've always known about you, but I never really listened. But on Saturday, like I said, I was studying, and I took a study break to watch the Get a Job compilation. And literally, I've been watching you since Saturday, and I told my boyfriend about you, and he's been watching you too. And I think the things that you've taught me in the 4 days I've been listening to you is, one, you are completely hilarious. Like, I'm laughing all through. Like, I'm just laughing. My boyfriend and I, we just laugh. Like, the time that you said the slot maker thing, hilarious. It was just hilarious.
Amazing.
But I think the most important thing is I try not to take myself so seriously anymore because I see that you don't. You don't take yourself so seriously.
Yes.
Like, you don't take life too seriously. And when people come at you, when people say very mean things to you, it doesn't affect you at all. And I thought I was good at that, but I think you're really, really, really good at it. Like, you're really able to just not let anything get to you. And that's something that I've actually learned from you in this 4 days, listening to you morning till night, that you just take everything in your stride. Like, even if someone doesn't like you or doesn't want to hear what you say what you have to say, and you stand by it. And I really, really, really appreciate that. And I think that's why I'm now, because even though I left the left like a long time ago,
Yes.
I wasn't really a Trump supporter because I just felt like Trump is not the nicest guy. He always says things that are like mean to people. But honestly, I think that I'm really to appreciate that, because it's better to say what you mean than the left who just wants to deceive you and make you think that they are nice, but they're not.
Yes.
And I watched Uncle Tom last night, and that was the video that made me. I saw you there, of course. I saw you in Uncle Tom as
Yes.
well. And I think that was the video that made me say, you know what, I really think I'm a Trump supporter because I like what this guy is saying. I mean, not like everything, but I mean, I like that he's a man. Like you say, a man stands by his word. And that's
Yes.
what we need today. And so, Jesse, I'm sorry I've talked so much. I'm just really excited to, talk to you.
Well, you have made my day, really. You have literally made my day. I'm so glad to hear from you. And I love the freedom. You have not seen anything. As long as you do the silent prayer, speak up, don't resent.
Tell me, I don't know about the silent prayer, Jesse. Tell me about it. I never heard about it before.
I want you to go to silentprayer.video, and what it's going to do is God going to separate the real you from the not you. You are not your thoughts, and they are not from God. God's voice is a voiceless voice. It will guide you in the right way to go. And he's going to bring you out of your imagination, and you're going to have nothing but love in your heart. You're going to be able to speak up, but don't resent. And you doubt every thought. No such thing as a true thought. And it's going to blow your mind. God is with you. It's going to be amazing. So I want you to do that. Silentprayer.video.
Thank you, Jesse. I will. Thank you so much. I look forward to calling more in the future, just for
absolutely
social commentary and all that. Thank you.
All right. God bless you. All right.
You too. You too. Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye now. Amazing call. Amazing call. And Get a Job just released Jesse Lee Peterson's Savage Moment, Part 58. So check that out, folks. Get a Job is amazing. Amazing. And don't forget to like, follow, tweet, subscribe, and share the Jesse Lee Peterson radio show, folks. We really appreciate it. We are at war. It is a spiritual battle for the soul of America. And it's going to take all of us to do it.